Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, Wednesday, 10th of July. Today, in terms of economic data, we got NBA 30-year mortgage rate still at 7%, quite high, and that's why we have applications in the negative, minus 0.2%. We were at the previous one, minus 2%, and refinance also not going up. So households are still suffering and new home buyers are trying to get this down. And I mean, this is not going down, and this is a pain for a lot of people. Apart from that, the big news of today was this Fed Chair Powell speech. And basically, Powell said that the Fed wants to be more confident about inflation. Everything it's going around the confidence of, is inflation still progressing to the downside? Fed Powell said that he has some confidence in this way, inflation coming down, but he's not prepared to say if he's sufficiently confident in it to come sustainably down to the 2% yet. Once they have the confidence, then the interest rate cuts will happen. Fed Powell last comment, we need to be mindful of the labor market. I have seen considerable softening there. That's pretty dovish, right? That was surprising. So let's keep that comment in the back of our minds, because softening in the labor market is one of the things that it's still to happen, and it's something that he's concerned about. And once that happens, the cuts will come. Apart from that, we are 2 minutes from this 10-year not auction. I'm quite interested on that. That's why I'm not trading right now. I got a pretty decent trade today, because I always say the same. The patience is really important. The discipline to sit tight when you don't have the edge, it's really key for your success. This was yesterday's price action. And when you have this kind of stair stepping down price action, and then at the end of the day, we have kind of a recovery, this marks a lot of liquidity down here that I don't want to visit. But at the same time, these pivots are something I would like to see price action test and see what happens. So then during the overnight, basically, we got a lot of buyers, double tap, pullback, and then push into the first resistance. Then the second pivot that is in between a big 5-minute fair value gap after yesterday's open sell-off. So we took also that. So what happens when we are so overextended into the overnight? Remember that the overnight traders like me, like you, retail traders, are weaker hands. This is not big money, smart money playing at 3 a.m. in the night. This is us trying to play in the London Open and things like that. So when I usually trade the overnight, I don't hold into the open. And when we are so overextended in the overnight, when we have a lot of inventory to the long side, I usually expect some kind of pullback. We pushed and we trap a lot of buyers into a pullback. But this pullback, honestly, I was watching for 20,700s. We touched 704. That was a pity, because I was really hoping for this. But we had some kind of a setup in the 1 minute. After this pivot, we were so bullish in these two taps that I found this fair value gap, and I basically, for 15 points, 14 points, for less than $300, I was betting into a high of day. I saw this bounce, and as you can see, this is quite interesting setup. When you have these kind of things and you leave an imbalance, I tend to buy these things. The only concerning part is that we tapped the 45 EMA in this region, the 45, the blue moving average that I always have for trending setups. And we tapped the fair value gap. I was long here, not in this one, in this one that is tapping the fair value gap, stop at the lows of the candle that created the fair value gap. And then my first target to watch was this, but I was really hoping to have a high of day push. Why? Because look at this orange line. This orange line was yesterday's high, all-time highs, and today we quickly pushed and rejected. So if we were to push again, most probably we will squeeze into that. Look at this candle. This candle was my signal to hold the trade, having the stop here on profit. That was basically locking up 33 points, $600 to gain another 30 points. So basically was a 1-to-1 on risk-free, but on risk, I was willing to, after seeing this candle, when you have this candle in the horizon, I mean, more often than not, you are going to be safe under this pivot. If not, okay, $600, but the trade worked perfectly and we are just pushing and pushing and pushing. As I said, right here at 1 p.m., 10-year note. What is happening with the 10-year note? Let me check if we have the data. 4.27, a little bit lower yield. So let's see if markets pull back. The most important things about this is basically the bid to cover ratio. And as you can see, we are quite strong holding and pushing the 45 EMA. So right now, I don't have any indication that this market is weak. The other way, nothing far from that. We are super strong. Apple, 1%. Let's go to the 1 minute. Apple, 1%. Microsoft, 1%. Look at this push. Tesla, 1%. Amazon, basically flat. A little bit of sell-off. That was concerning because Amazon is the top stock on the consumer discretionary sector. Google 1%, Nvidia 2.60%, be careful with this, and Meta 1.40. So we are super bullish. But at the same time, I want this trend to hold. I want this trend. If you are trading the afternoon, some things that I would recommend to watch are dollar. Dollar is basically being annihilated. Dollar is super weak today, the same as yields. The 2-year yield, it's basically not moving. I'm seeing here a pattern that we usually see, the H. This H, basically it's a micro bear flag in the bonds market. The 10-year is also in the negative. Small caps are a little bit green, 0.70, but as I always mention, we are in the middle of the range. So no strength, no weakness. We are just fiddling in the middle. The overall breadth is still showing some kind of momentum down here. We don't have trend, we don't have long-term investors, and we are still coiling here because unless we cut interest rates, these guys are not going to move. So we are still there. But something important that I would like to highlight for this week, remember that this week on Friday, banks are starting the earnings. So basically, JP Morgan, it's in the focus for Friday because the reports earning, it's basically flat, but yesterday was pretty momentum trade. Wells Fargo, a little bit in the negative, but yesterday also pushing into earnings, and Citigroup in the green, holding yesterday's gains. So XLF is the one to watch. If we see a strength in the financial sector into Friday's earnings, I think the ES is going to carry. ES is pushing right now like crazy. So ES is the one that has the financial sector. The Nasdaq is depending on the technology, but as you can see, we are flying. So pretty much that's the summary for today. Weak dollar, weak yields, strong momentum into technology sector, and also quite a lot of expectations for this Friday's banks earnings. So if you want to trade this afternoon, I would look for more longs. don't be that guy that tries to short this market, because as you can see right here on the daily, we are squeezing, we are basically resolving yesterday's candle indecision, and we are leaving behind volume. So volume here, volume here, it's holding, and the price action is pushing. Point of control is down at 20,000. So we have a lot of money being into the Nasdaq. The only concerning part is descending volume into an ascending push to all-time highs. That's the only thing. But we have to wait for today's close and open interest into the rest of the week. But right now, we don't have an absolute reason for us to really short this market. Just enjoy your trend, enjoy your push, and just follow price action and other markets to give you the edge. That's what I do, and that's what I'm trying to share with you guys every day and on Saturdays on the weekly recap. And that's all from my side. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecasts, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the subscribers. I am glad that you are enjoying my videos, so you are welcome to put your suggestions in the comments down below. Or if you want me to review other markets, to review other setups, just feel free to suggest that. And thank you for the support. Thank you for being with me. I'm doing this for you, not only for me, also for you, because something like this for free, it's really valuable. And remember, patience, discipline, risk management is what you need to be successful in this trading world. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.